Although I used Photoshop and Quark for my preliminary task, I was still quite new to them and was unsure with some aspects. When it came to my final product, I played around, editing different images and text to find the perfect finish, where by this point I was comfortable using these applications and was well aware of the different editing skills. I have also become more knowledgeable in the codes and conventions of music magazines, as I have studied and analysed some, and I have used this in my product. The preliminary task was very basic and wouldn't have addressed nor attracted a college audience, whereas my final product has more of the generic conventions of its magazine genre. Comparing my preliminary college magazine task to other college magazines, you can clearly see that it doesn't contain the codes and conventions needed for that genre of magazine. The only code and convention possibly used is the bold title at the top, but that is about it. It doesn't have a structured colour code and it looks very cheesy and very unprofessional. I've done a quick textual analysis of an existing college magazine and it is clear that mine wouldn't meet a specific target audience. Comparing and contrasting the two, it is clear that my music magazine is far more developed than my college magazine preliminary task. My college magazine is very basic and has little experimental in fonts and colour. It doesn't at all look professional and it gives me a great foundation to improve. My college contents page is very basic and doesn't respect to any of the codes or conventions of any genre of magazine within the media, whereas my music magazine has been prepared and researched more effectively, that when it was put together it was more realistic and professional and contains the generic conventions required. I feel during the product I have understood and appreciated the generic codes and conventions in music magazines and the work needed to produce a magazine in the media industry. I have learnt how to use many tools and applications further, such as Photoshop, Quark, Cam Studio, Bubble.us, Windows Movie Maker, Google Mail and Postgres. I've used these programs in making my final product, editing my blog and obviously creating my evaluation itself.